In this video, I'm going to explain, should you keep training if you're injured? My name is Neyfi Del Rosario and I am a holistic nutritionist here in New York City. And in this channel, I discuss everything about nutrition, fitness, and exercise that help you melt that fat off. And if you're into that, please consider subscribing. My mission is to inspire you to become the healthiest version of yourself using the power of nutrition. I wrote a book, Basic Rules for a Healthy Lifestyle. In this book, I discuss everything about diet, exercise, and mental health. And there's a link to Amazon if you read my book. I really appreciate it. A few weeks ago, I got injured while riding my bike. But before I keep going with this video, the first thing that you should do is go to your doctor and get checked out, right? I don't know you, and the two people that I actually know from real life that watch my videos, thank you so much. But I don't know any of you guys, so the best thing that you should do is go to your doctor and get yourself checked out, because every single injury is different. Every injury that you get is gonna be rougher than others. Some injuries gonna be worse than others, right? And I was lucky that my injury was not bad and I was able to recover really quickly, but that's not gonna be always the case. So you always wanna take precaution and get yourself checked out. But I'm gonna tell you, should you work out while being injured? And the answer is yes, you should work out while you're injured, right? You obviously should not work out the exercises that you can't do. For example, when I fell on my bike, I hit my left knee, right? So I was not able to squat and I was not able to do leg extensions or leg presses. Basically, the only leg exercise that I could do were leg exercises where I had to keep my legs straight. So stiff leg deadlift, good mornings, and I used to do abductors for the glutes. So that was basically my leg workout, right? And I was still able to train my upper body just as hard as always. But you do have to make sacrifices on your training depending on your injury. For example, even though I hurt my knee and my upper body was fine, I could not bench press because I could not bend my knee to bench press. So I resorted to machines that kept my legs straight and were allowing me to keep working my chest. So if you get injured, the best thing that you should do is still go and work out and do the exercises that you can do. For example, if you hurt your shoulder and you can't bench press or overhead press, you can still train your legs and give a rest on your upper body, right? And this is the thing, you never know where you're gonna get injured, or you never know when accidents are gonna happen. So you need to take prevention so they don't happen. For example, if you work out a lot in the gym and you're getting pains and you're getting aches that you don't normally get, because you're always gonna get a little bit sore after a workout, right? So when you get achy and your pumps are not as good, you should take a deload. And I think I did a video on that, on how I deload and what you should do to take a deload, and I'm gonna link it up in the cards. Generally, a lot of people say I do not deload, or I don't take breaks from the gym, or I always work hard and I only take deloads once a year when, you know, birthdays or parties come up and I don't go to the gym, right? And that's okay, but you need to have a structure in where fatigue doesn't accumulate, because if it accumulates too much, then that's gonna hurt you, and that's when you get injured, right? And I was lucky that I only fell on my bike and my injury was not as bad because it was only a scrape, and it happened right at the time when I take my deloads, and I was able to deload just my lower body and keep working my upper body and still make some gains and keep some of my leg gains, right? Some of the side effects of being injured is that you're gonna be weaker at whatever you have the injury at. For example, my right leg was fine and I could walk, I could do my job, I could do everything with my right leg. So I got up from a lot of chairs using one legs, right? And I'm lucky that I'm strong enough to get up from my chair just using one leg. So my right leg was just as strong as always, but my left leg was weaker. So when I started doing lunges again, my left leg was, you know, a little bit weaker, and I could not do as many reps, and I had to take breaks so I could get as many reps on my left leg as I did on my right leg. And you know, even when I was doing bicep curls, because I rely on my leg strength so much to keep my form in check, I noticed that my left side, my whole left side was weaker. And right now I'm not standing on my left leg because I'm still healing. Even though I started squatting and doing leg presses again, I'm not doing the same weight I was doing before because I still don't know what my knee is going to do. And if you get injured, you can still train, just don't do the exercises that you can't do. Let your body heal. and you should be fine. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, because I'll be making videos like these every single week to inspire you to become the healthiest version of yourself and some power nutrition. And if you want to learn something new, YouTube videos in the screen where you can learn something new. I know every single one of you. And yes, I do have a man bun because I do cut my own hair like every man should do. Boys, cut your hair.